Jimin's name always comes up in discussions about K-pop visuals, not only because of his popularity as a member of BTS, but also because his facial features consistently evoke different impressions across eras. When discussing the facial anatomy of a public figure, the most objective approach is to look at proportions, symmetry, bone structure, soft tissue, and how dynamic expressions influence perception. In this context, Jimin's face is interesting to describe not because it defies standards, but because it possesses a combination of features that visually create the beginnings of a character. Soft yet firm, youthful yet mature, simple yet recognizable. This combination is what makes his visuals frequently discussed from both aesthetic and branding perspectives. In terms of basic structure, Jimin's face tends to fall within the oval spectrum, with smooth transitions between the forehead, cheeks, and jawline. An oval shape is often considered a well-proportioned shape because the distribution of facial width is relatively balanced from top to bottom. However, what's interesting is not just the overall shape, but how the vertical proportions work. If the face is divided into three sections, hairline to eyebrows, eyebrows to the base of the nose, and the base of the nose to the chin, the proportions appear relatively harmonious, creating a visual balance that is pleasing to the camera. In the world of stage and high-resolution photography, this harmony helps the face remain clearly legible in various lighting angles. The eyes are a key focal point. Jimin's eyes are almond-shaped with slightly upturned outer corners. This characteristic creates a powerful expressive effect during performance, especially when combined with precise control of his expression. When calm, his eyes give off a soft and approachable impression. However, when the stage intensity increases, the upturned corners create lines of energy that make them appear sharp. This transition demonstrates how anatomical statistics can change meaning when movement is accompanied by dynamic expression. In visual analysis, this type of furrowing is a significant asset because the camera captures micro-expressions in detail. His eyebrows are relatively thin, with a gentle curve that follows the contour of the brow bone. This shape enhances the delicate impression of the upper part of his face. If his eyebrows were straighter and thicker, a more assertive masculine impression might be more dominant. However, with this current shape, his face maintains a balance between firmness and softness. This contributes to his stage image, which often shifts from a strong to a sentimental concept without appearing too contrasting. His nose structure is well proportioned to the width of his face. A relatively straight nose bridge with a slightly protruding tip creates a clean profile. In profile photography, the line from the forehead to the nose and down to the lips creates a clean silhouette. The profile silhouette is an important aspect of visual branding, often appearing in posters, teasers, and cinematic trailers. Side lighting often accentuates this line, creating a dramatic impression without the need for extreme expression. The lips are a frequently overlooked element. Their proportions are quite full compared to average, especially the lower lip. In facial aesthetic theory, fuller lips are often associated with strong emotional expression, as even small changes in the angle of the lips can convey a wide range of meanings. In Jimin's case, this is evident when he smiles slightly, broadly, or holds an expression. The camera can capture distinct nuances despite minimal movement. This is one reason why close-up portraits of him often feel lively. His jawline and chin structure are relatively soft, without extreme sharp angles. The less square jawline creates a smooth underline. However, this doesn't mean it lacks definition. Resolution remains, especially when body weight or lighting accentuates shadows under the cheekbones. The cheekbones themselves provide important dimension because when a person smiles or speaks, they lift and contour, making the face appear more dynamic. In intense stage choreography, small changes in the cheekbones can completely alter the audience's perception of an expression. Facial symmetry is also a crucial factor. No human face is perfectly symmetrical, but the degree of balance between the left and right sides influences aesthetic perception. In Jimin's case, the small differences between the left and right sides add character, rather than disrupting harmony. In some camera angles, one side appears slightly softer, while the other is more assertive. These micro-variations help photographers choose angles that suit a particular visual concept. Skin tone and how it reacts to stage lighting also play a significant role. A fair skin tone with warm undertones allows for a variety of makeup and wardrobe concepts to work effectively. In cool blue lighting, his face remains clean without losing dimension. In warm golden lighting, features like his cheekbones and nose are softly highlighted, enhancing the sense of three-dimensionality. This flexibility in lighting is a major advantage in the modern entertainment industry, which relies heavily on high-resolution visuals. When discussing facial anatomy in a performance context, it's important to consider the relationship between structure and movement. Jimin is known for his precise facial muscle control when dancing and singing. His relatively slender jawline allows for quick transitions in expression without appearing stiff. His expressive eye area enhances the storytelling on stage. This combination creates a visual identity that's easily recognizable even in brief, mere seconds. The aspect of visual age is also interesting to analyze. Despite his chronological age, his face maintains a youthful feel due to the distribution of volume in the cheek area and the lack of extreme angles in the jaw. At the same time, subtle expression lines when smiling or focusing convey a touch of maturity. This duality allows his stage concepts to move from energetic youthful themes to emotional adulthood without feeling forced. It's important to emphasize that aesthetic perception is always influenced by culture and trends. In the K-pop industry, visual standards often evolve over time. However, Jimin's face isn't entirely dependent on a particular trend. Its strength lies in its balance. He doesn't display a single feature that's so dominant that it overpowers the overall harmony. Rather, it's the integration of these features that keeps it consistently proportional across various group and solo concept eras. When analyzing close-up photography, skin texture and micro-details like smile lines contribute to the sense of realism. Modern, high-resolution cameras tend to magnify small details, so a harmonious facial structure helps maintain the aesthetic even when zoomed in. In Jimin's case, these details don't distract from the overall composition but instead add depth to his character. When it comes to global visual branding, consistency is key. From his debut with BTS to his solo activities, changes in hairstyle, color, and makeup haven't altered his basic facial identity. This means his basic anatomy is strong enough to serve as a foundation for various visual experiments. From light to dark hair, from minimalist to glamorous concepts, his facial structure remains the center of attention. In the context of perceptual psychology, humans tend to be drawn to faces that are instantly recognizable. The contrast between Jimin's eyes and lips creates a dual focal point that facilitates rapid visual memory. Even in a small thumbnail or on a mobile phone screen, these distinctive features are still clearly visible. This is why her visuals are effective in today's fast-paced digital format. This analysis is not intended to judge or compare her to any specific standard, but rather to understand how anatomical elements work together to form a visual identity. The face is a combination of bone structure, soft tissue, expression, and lighting context. In Jimin's case, all of these components interact harmoniously, creating a consistent, flexible, and recognizable image. In the competitive entertainment world, these qualities are strategically valuable. In conclusion, Park Jimin's visual strength lies in her balanced proportions, flexible expression, and her facial ability to adapt to various concepts without losing her core identity. She doesn't simply meet certain aesthetic standards, but demonstrates how the harmony of structure and expression can create lasting appeal. Analyzing her facial anatomy reveals that small details, from the arch of her eyebrows to her jawline, play a role in constructing the overall image. From a modern visual perspective, this combination is what makes her face consistently relevant and a topic of ongoing discussion.